Right, so hey everyone and welcome back to another budget photography video. So here in the UK we have a few second-hand shops where you can buy, well, second-hand stuff. And there are even fewer of the electronic kind. And one of the most popular nationwide here in the UK is Computer Exchange, or CEX. Now, over the last few years, they have gained my trust because, well, I have been buying a lot of stuff from them, including the camera and lens that you are watching this video from, and my first ever 5D Mark II, my first full frame DSLR, and my Mavic Pro, and also my Mavic Air, but that's in long storage. I'm thinking about doing a review of the Mavic Pro, not sure. But anyway, so this video, before I go any further, is kind of a moaning video because, well, I feel like as if I got scammed by Computer Exchange. Now, I do still continue to buy from there because I know this was just a one-off event, but my 1D Mark IV is an old camera. I know, I get it. It's a really old camera. It came out in about, what, 2008, 2009 roughly? So yes, it's going to have damage. And this one does have damage, and that's fine. Look, just, where is it? There, primarily there. Can you see that? Look at the scratches on the body of the camera. Now, it's not a lot. I mean, that one there is pretty bad, but it's not really bad. Now, when I brought this camera, I was very excited because I'd always wanted a high-end-ish camera that could shoot a high burst rate, that had all the features that the 1D Mark IV have. And I picked this up for £400 from Computer Exchange, and they kind of lied to me about this camera because when I brought it, I paid for the money. I looked it over before I paid for it, and I thought, yeah, it looks good. I tested it out. I put one of my lenses on it, this 24-105 I put on it, and I was like, yeah, the camera works. The burst rate works well. The screen works. The dials all work. Here's my money. And then a few days later, I looked at the top of the camera and I was like, what's that? And I scratched it. And it was nail polish. Black nail polish on the camera. Now, I'm not pointing fingers because I don't know who done it. It could have been the previous owner. It could have been Computer Exchange themselves. I don't know. But I'm assuming it's the previous owner. And that means that they lied to Computer Exchange, meaning then Computer Exchange inadvertently lied to me. Now, Computer Exchange have a grading system, A, B, and C. A being top of the line, it's brand new, it's in its box, and it's perfect condition. B being, yeah, it's been used, it might have a few bits and pieces, but don't expect a lot. And then C, you just get what the bare minimum. This was brought as a B list item, which means that it was in pretty good condition. And all the damage I showed you earlier, it's not a B, it's more of a C, because yeah, okay, it came with its charger. It was only the body, but the damage that was there was fine. I'm fine with the amount of damage that is on the camera. I really am. What I'm not fine about is the fact that there was clear nail polish on it. Now, yes, could I and should I have noticed before paying for it? Yes. Was I already too late? Yes. Am I really that bothered in general? No, not really, to be brutally honest. It still does do what it's meant to. It still works as a sports camera, but I'm just kind of, well, I'm frankly pissed off because with their grading system comes a price reduction. So a top of the line perfect one of these, say for example, might go for £600. Then a grade B will go 400, and then a grade C, I don't know, say £200. So I've lost out on money. I've paid too much for a camera. Now, yes, I could also say that Computer Exchange should have pointed it out to me at the time of purchase, but there are so many employees at Computer Exchange that frankly most of them have no idea what the cameras do. I mean, actually the person that I bought this from wanted me to put it in one of their bags to keep it safe, even though, because it was raining at the time, and even though I knew this thing could take whatever you throw at it, she was like, oh no, put it in this, put it in this, put it in this. She was a lovely employee, don't get me wrong, but she didn't understand obviously what I knew, and I don't expect everyone to know exactly what I know. I really don't. But nail polish? Really? Really? Come on. So, at the end of the day, all said and done, I couldn't really care about it. Am I still going to shop at Computer Exchange? Yes. Do they overcharge a little bit for some of their products? Yes. But so far, touch wood, fingers crossed, I've not actually had any problems with their, the stuff I've bought from them. And if I have had problems, it's usually been my fault. Except for one thing, actually. This is a 2 terabyte NAS from Seagate. It's a few years old, but I thought, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the 2 terabyte and I can replace it with my 8 terabyte. Great, I'll have an 8 terabyte NAS because I recently got rid of the Mac Mini that I was using. And I only paid £50 for this. £50 for this, for a 2 terabyte NAS. As I said, I don't really need the hard drive. I've got 2 hard drives, an 8 terabyte one and a 1 terabyte. I needed this bit because it's got a SATA interport. But what I didn't know and what the employees didn't tell me was that the software this thing needs to even work, Seagate dropped support for many, many years ago. Now I am going to take this back to get a refund because obviously it's not fit for purpose. But they are the only 2 problems that I've actually had with CEX. But they're still pretty bad and they kind of shouldn't have happened. Anyway guys, thanks for joining me in this video and I'll see you in the next one.